Hello, and welcome to the first installment of A Captain's Analysis. This is videos from Sunday Community Skirmish number 132. In this video, I'll be talking about positioning, prioritization of repairs, targeting, and communication. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. You want Hades, or do you want... Yeah, I want Hades. I like Hades.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely going long range on that mob now, so we go Hades.
So the first example I kind of want to show here is communication, and I'll be hitting on communication throughout the video and just pointing out good examples of it. But right now, this is actually the lobby of our Duel at Dawn match, and let's go ahead and take a listen and just pay attention to how much communication is going on between our team talking about the enemy ship's loadouts and our own loadouts. Let's go ahead and show that real quick.
What a weird build. That Junker's definitely full brawler. Got a mine Caro side and a gat art side. So if we pop it, it's screwed. Unless it gets close.
So this back and forth goes on throughout the duration of the lobby until the ships are officially locked, where we just discuss how we can be countered, how we can counter them, until we settle into a good loadout that we're comfortable with taking against the enemy team. So now let's go ahead and go into the actual gameplay footage, where I'll point out some of those other examples that I wanted to talk about. So this is the very start of the match, and right off the bat, I'm letting my ally co-captain know where I intend to go in the match to set up. So this is, again, good communication as well as positioning. Let's keep watching and see how this kind of develops and how this position favors our team and kind of messes up the other team a little bit.
I'm shooting at that mob.
Let me know if you see Junker.
He's below the ship at the moment. No, yeah, he's like between us. Let's kill him off for now. So I might go back here if Jan goes for me, and you're gonna turn for him too, okay? It's fine though. Or break mobile. Keep an eye for Junker. He might be below me. Remember.
Yeah. Yep, he's below. He's popping up now.
Here.
Okay, right here. I'm going to pause. So we're looking for the Junker. We haven't seen him the entire match, and we already expect that he's trying to do some kind of a flank. The entire reason I moved over to that left side of the map was I wanted to stop the Junker from doing a long flank on the west side. I expected him to do that. After we didn't see him for a little while, we kind of got the feeling he might be going low. Co-captain discovers that he is in fact going under the ship. I look for him, and I spot him. So if you look at this positioning, they're kind of not supporting each other. The enemy team, the Mobule is way behind there in the ribs. Meanwhile, the Junker's starting to move in onto our position by himself without any real support from his ally. If you watch my basic pilot tutorial, I give out a good rule of thumb is to stay within 500 meters and stay within line of sight of your ally ship. I do have really good gameplay examples that I will be showing in this video, showing how that rule can be broken and to great effect, but in this case they don't execute it correctly. Now watch what happens next. Yep, he's below. He's popping up now. I see him marked, kept marked.
Yeah, perfect. That's not even close. I'm going for the Junker. Okay.
Want me to switch? I'll switch him.
Yeah, go ahead. The Junker right here. This is the last one, Kindred.
Balloon pop, Junker.
Thank you very much.
Hold off on flag. Oh, you shot it. Shit.
Junker completely disabled. I'm going Gatling on him. He'll die soon.
Okay, so as we can see, the Junker is now completely alone. He has no line of sight with his ally captain, and he's way out of that 500 meter range. His ally ship cannot help at all. Meanwhile, Sunstrom, the pilot of the Mobule over there, has decided to turn his guns onto that Junker. The Junker's already balloon popped, he's in a bad position, and right at this moment, I just heard the announcement from Sunstrom that he will be using his ship's Gatling gun to break the armor of that Junker. Now, that's really important information, and again, goes back to that good communication, because watch what happens next. You can shoot flats.
That's another pop. Yeah.
You like those? You like how I can call out one flag? You like that shit? I'm good at that. So, in anticipation of the hall break, I actually call out that my gunner needs to go ahead and shoot those flaks. Really good flak hits. He gets all 3 hits right as the hall breaks. If you look at the top left, if you pay attention, Right as those flags hit, his armor breaks from that Gatling, and that Junker is instantly dead. So a really fast kill on our team, just because that Junker tried to go for a flank, had no support from his ally, and we could just completely focus on that Junker without any threat from his allyship. So now I do want to point out that the engagement they were trying to do, that split engagement, not being within 500 meters, not being within line of sight, although they didn't execute it right in this example, I'm going to go ahead and skip to another example where it was actually done correctly. Okay, so this is another match in SCS 132. This is on Northern Fjords. I'm part of the blue team, and the red team, Squid just spawned in. He's the ship that's closer to the blue ships on this map. Meanwhile, his ally Goldfish is at about 35% health. So what you're going to see is they break that rule of 500 meters and line of sight, and they do it just absolutely phenomenally. And this engagement really shows how, if you want to do a flank or a split engagement, break that cardinal rule of 500 meters in line of sight, I think this engagement shows you exactly how you want to do it. There were a few faults here and there, but just the overall execution of it was, as close to perfect as you're really going to get. So let's go ahead and watch.
Close. The palm meter is right there. I don't think the squid expected this. Tries to escape, tries to buy time for the default fish to repair and come back. Default fish has repaired and is trying to come back. They do not see the respawn exactly. They are suspecting the default fish is coming back. The suspicion is right. They might be able to see it directly. Because they were spotted. They are spotted. Cats getting spotted. I don't know actually how many cats. There's obviously 5 cats. Default fish, easy flank against a palm meat panicking, hydrogening. How much are you shooting a bit too prematurely?
So this is the key moment. Both red ships are in a position to attack at the same time. This stops the Mobula from being able to turn and destroy the Goldfish. Had that squid been even 5 seconds late, there's a really high chance that Goldfish would have been dead. Now, I'm actually on that Pyramidion. I'm the captain of it, and I want to go ahead and show some footage of what happened when that Watcher Barrage went out and did a disable on my ship, just to kind of show you another example of what I want to talk about in this video. Hydro backing up, full reverse. And Artemis, try to do what you can. He's on our left. So this is that split second before the Watcher destroys my 2 front guns. And you'll see I immediately tell my 2 front engineers to double repair that Artemis. As a captain, it's very important to know what your repair priorities are. The crewmates don't always know or can't always tell what needs to be done in order for you as a captain to make the next move. In this case, I knew my engines were fine. I knew he was going to miss that Watcher Barrage. I knew all I had to do was destroy that Watcher. My engineer would get that Gatling fixed, and we'd potentially be able to destroy that Goldfish. Watch what happens. Double repair, Artemis, Kendry. Knock out that front gun. Alright, we're gonna control Goldfish.
And full on.
Watch is down. We got Watch it down, Goldfish. He's running. So that's just one example of prioritizing repairs. I want to go back to that Duel at Dawn match and show you a couple of more examples. So right now in this engagement, it's a 1v1 against that Mobula. He's equipped with a Mercury and 2 Artemis, so he has a lot of disable and armor breaking potential. Meanwhile, my ally co-captain in the Mobula is off to my right and really low, destroying that Junker. So I want you to watch what happens, where my priorities shift as a captain, what I do as a captain, and how I control my crew. I'm helping you rebuild.
I'm shooting Moblin just on chips, just stay alive if you can.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Perfect. You're trying so stupid. Dude, you should change me, bro.
Kendry, hull break.
Wrong shot.
So right here, I call out a hull break to the engineer that's upstairs. She's already doing the repairs before I even have a chance to finish, saying that there's going to be a hull break. So that's good engineering on her part. But just the fact that I pointed it out and I'm already down there to help rebuild. This move right here actually saved us from dying. The initial rebuild you saw at the beginning of the clip and this one, helped us. Had I not been there to rebuild, we wouldn't be alive for this to finish off this engagement.
Sorry, dude. I'll shoot him over. Go help him now. You won't die.
Vias, come upstairs.
Yes, just, yeah, help tank.
So now, right here, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see both my guns are destroyed. It was actually at that moment that I'm calling Vias upstairs. And I'm doing this because I know there isn't a slight chance I'm going to get my Lumberjack back up and get the advantage on this Mobula. So I call him upstairs so we can help tank the Hall. We need 3 people on there. We're already down to about 25% health. The next Hall break, there's a good chance we'll die unless they either disable our guns with the Artemis after the Hall break, or they somehow miss. So I know we're in a bad spot, but I know it's not over yet. And watch what happens next. Kendry, try to shoot Hades as much as possible. Get that flak up and ready for Hall break. So at this moment, I'm telling the flak to get ready for the Hall break, and I'm telling my engineer upstairs to start shooting that Hades. I know the next Hall break, it's such a good chance we're going to die, but I also know that our Mobula is done with the Junker. Our captain just communicated that. I know what's going on, and I know we're going to start putting a lot of pressure on that Mobula's engineers. So now, instead of only having one Hades shooting at him, which would be from our Mobula, I'm ordering my engineer upstairs to start shooting her Hades as well. That's 2 Hades on that Mobula. That's going to be way too much pressure on both their balloon from the fire stacks, hopefully, and definitely the armor that I know they're down at least 1 Artemis being on that Hall side. Plus, I know that Mobula, my ally Mobula, has Artemis as well, so I'm expecting the other Mobula to have their guns disabled. And as a result, we're able to get a fast kill, and somehow our Galleon lives. Watch.
I'm getting flak up.
Go to Artemis of that.
It's on a full rebuild, though.
Sounds good. Kendry, Hall break, coming up. Never mind, you're good. Keep shooting, Hades. Oh, there's a kill.
Okay.
The next thing I want to talk about is targeting. So this is right after we destroy that Mobula. You can see my health is still really low, and I'm a little bit worried about this Junker who's off to my left. There's not a whole lot I can do to him. In fact, I can't do anything. I have all long-range guns on my left side. Meanwhile, the ally, my ally co-captain, is in the Mobula behind him, and just kind of watch how this plays. And I'll go through what's going through my mind and what's going through the co-captain's mind as he's relaying me information, and we're letting each other know kind of what's going on.
Okay, flak is pre-built.
Vias downstairs, get lumber up.
I've got greased in the lumber reloading. It's going to take a second, though.
I think Mobula's gonna spawn behind me, bro, and try to kill me.
Okay,
Yeah,
they
he
destroyed
is.
it. Just go close range.
But I'm going for the Junker. Hey, keep your guns ready for the Mobula, okay?
So I go ahead and try to get out of position of this Junker, get out of his arch balloon block, let my ally Mobula kind of put some pressure on him. Meanwhile, I'm setting up my long range guns to go destroy this Mobula, with the intent being that I think my ally captain can destroy this Junker and get the final kill we need, and all I have to do is put enough pressure on that Mobula and keep that Mobula low enough to put the Mobula's Artemis out of arcs and to keep his Mercury ineffective.
Cobra Junker.
Alright, balloon popped on who? On the Mobula, he's going down.
And my crew, switch to Mobula.
So right here, Sunstrom, my ally captain, decides to stop attacking the Junker, stop trying to go for the kill, and instead attack the Mobula. He knows my Galleon has all the guns pointed at that Mobula and has really, really accurate fire against him. So Sunstrom knows he can take advantage of the hall break that's about to happen and destroy that Mobula. Even though he had the advantage against the Junker was backing up. The Junker had no side guns pointed at Sunstrom. And really, he probably could have went ahead and destroyed that Junker, but it would be faster and more efficient to destroy the Mobula. And that's proper targeting, knowing when to switch targets and knowing why you're attacking a target. Like I said at the beginning of this engagement, the reason I was attacking the Mobula was to put enough pressure on him that my Mobula could kill the Junker. The reason he stopped attacking the Junker was because he knew it'd be faster to kill the Mobula. Let's go ahead and finish watching this clip, Hold up, never mind, there's a whole break.
Yeah, flak. That's it.
And there you have it. He stopped engaging the Junker. The Junker started getting back into a position to attack, but by then it was too late. The Mobula was already suffered way too much damage and was easily destroyed by having essentially 6 guns on him. He had 2 Hades, a Lumberjack, a Flak, and 2 Artemis. So that's a lot of guns for one ship. And that's kind of targeting in a nutshell. You got to know why you're attacking a target. Like, what's your goal? Are you trying to kill him? Are you trying to control him? Are you trying to set your ally up for success? Or are you just trying to survive? And I really think that once you got a handle on the why you're trying to attack, everything else just kind of follows after that. That's probably the hardest thing, because most people, they just think, oh, I'm trying to kill him. And that's not always the case. You're not always trying to kill the enemy ship. Sometimes you're just trying to get him out of the fight. Just get him out of the picture for a few seconds so that you can do something else. That concludes the captain's analysis on Sunday Community Skirmish 132. I hope that the information in this was well received. I hope you learned something. If you didn't learn anything, I hope that it was at least good information. One thing I do want to point out, though, is the amount of communication in these videos between captains and between captain and crew. That's something that's kind of hard to teach, and it sort of just comes naturally as you play with the same people, or if you just naturally want to be a leader, or you just naturally want to communicate and throw out useful information. So, yeah, just keep on playing, keep doing what you do, and appreciate the views, and see you next time.